Welcome back to the Wonder of Anime YouTube channel. My name is Lisa, and I am so excited to be back here with another manga recommendation for you guys. If you are like me, if you love mess, sit tight because I got it for you. A big thank you to Viz and NetGalley for allowing me to get an arc of Firefly Wedding, which is the manga that we're going to be talking about today. Firefly Wedding was created by Oreko Tachibana and began serialization in 2023. What I love most about Tachibana's bio is that she was an artist and she actually started making waves on social media with her own self-published manga that she was publishing while she was at home taking care of her kids. We love a mom who continues to work on her creative passions. Instantly, immediately sold. In Firefly Wedding, Satoko is a daughter of a nobleman. She's always kind of been sickly, always been up in the house. But one thing that you can tell about her is that she has her wits about her. And she is set to marry another nobleman and bring honor into her family. One day, she manages to convince her father to just let her go out in town, which was a bad move because on that day, she gets kidnapped. And her kidnappers are set to kill her at a certain time, and they leave her in the care of this assassin named Shinpei. Shinpei, he's kind of crazy. I'll say right now, he is an obsessed weirdo. But Satoko kind of thinks to herself, if I can manage to get him to save me, like I can get out of this situation. And that's exactly what she does. Almost in a Hail Mary move, while she is about to be assaulted, she manages to convince Shinpei that if he helps her, she will marry him and is set to, she will be with him. And it'll be an honor for him and her to be together because she is the daughter of a nobleman. Luckily, this works on Shinpei and they are able to get out of this situation in exchange for Satoko kissing him and proving to him, like, I'm not just bluffing. Although she was bluffing about the marriage. And they end up making their escape and trying to figure things out from there. Little does Satoko know, she thinks Shin is a weirdo, but I feel like she hasn't even scratched the surface of how an obsessed weirdo this man is going to be. If that sounds like a lot, trust me, I know that it is. It is intense. But if you are me, if you are a messy girl who lives for drama, if you love robbery and fraud, like this is right up your alley. This first volume to me was so exciting. I was like blushing, I was kicking my feet, I was gasping. I was like, oh no, like I could not believe some of the things that were happening. And as someone who reads a lot of romance all across gamut, different genres, different, demographics, I just love love, and I love unconventional love. I love this, like, actually we shouldn't even be together because you're a crazy weirdo killer and I'm just the daughter of a nobleman who is sickly and I may die. I don't know. I was sold immediately on this. It was wild enough that it kept me kind of guessing on what was going to happen, and I think it's just very interesting in the landscape. I can definitely understand this story not being for everyone, especially if you don't like yanderes, if you don't like drama, if you don't like kind of like forced proximity, assassin, the male lead being a huge red flag. I can completely understand if this story is not for you, but it is for me. It definitely is for me. I just love being kept on my toes and not being able to guess what is going on. And I want all the stakes raised. I want the stakes raised and I want them on fire. So I am here for whatever Firefly Wedding is going to have going on. And I am not too familiar with Tachibana's other works, but from the little that I've seen, her stories always just have this unsettling element to them. And that makes me very excited to continue reading this. I mentioned Shinpei is definitely a yandere. And I see this for him. He is unhinged. But I love a yandere. Like, I'm sorry. I do love that characteristic. And the thing that is interesting with Shinpei so far in this first volume is that, like, you're kind of like, okay, is he crazy or is he crazy but also putting on an act and heightening this character of his? Because it feels like he is knowing more than he lets on, but he's also acting very unsettling, and you're just kind of like, I don't know if you're just like a crazy weirdo, or you're just weird but you are pretending to be extra crazy. I'll be honest, this is gonna be like a weird comparison, but stick with me here. He reminds me of Luffy. He reminds me in that unserious, goofy way that Luffy is, but you know, like Luffy is ride or die. He's gonna ride out for his friends. This is what Shinpei reminds me of. Just a little bit more cold and calculated, and definitely evil. Because I feel like, you know, Luffy at the end of the day has a really good heart. He's just like kind of like goofy and unserious. Shinpei, like he be killing people for real. So I don't know. He just maybe like Shinpei is evil Luffy in another universe. I think that's the best way to put it. What I also really enjoyed so far about Firefly Wedding is that Satoko kind of has all these cards built up on her that she would be like a helpless little damsel in distress. And right away, you know that she's not. She is incredibly witty and strong for someone who kind of has been living this sheltered life. And we see that off the bat in the first chapter when she is talking with her sister, and her sister's kind of getting like an attitude and thinking that she can talk down to her. And Satoko is like, nah, I'm not the one. I'm not the one, sis. And I really feel like that was such a good move for Satoko to have as a characteristics. Like, she's supposed to have this weak heart, which let me tell you right now, I'm not buying that one bit. I'm not buying that weak heart thing at all. I feel like there's something else there. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but she is ready to do whatever she needs to do to survive. Being like, seeing this guy who already, you know, is unhinged and an assassin, and being like, hey, I'm going to marry you to get out of this situation, and not really knowing like if she can trust this guy, but trusting herself and her gut to get her out of the situation. I love that about her. This volume ends with her kind of having to be at the brothel, and she's like, whatever, you know, like she was kind of, I don't want to know, like mourning her life, but she was definitely like, what the hell did I get myself into? And then she's like, actually, let me do this. I'm going to do this right. And I'm going to be like, you think you're going to have me here in this brothel? Nah, I'm going to set the rules here. And I'm going to be the one in charge. And I love that for her. And I cannot wait to see like where else this attitude and this strong-willed thing about her gets her. I know that this title is going to have people in a tizzy. This is going to have people writing think pieces. This is going to have, you know, people ringing the alarms. And that makes me excited. I kind of love when things have a little bit of controversy behind them. I'm really glad that I checked it out because, like I said, it has all of these elements that I love. But most of all, it was just fun. It was fun to read. It was exciting, kind of not knowing where the story is going. And I'm always looking for just excitement and fun when I'm reading things. So I'm really glad that I was able to read this story because it was fun. It was fun. It was just very, very fun. I just think like people are leaning into these wild, unpredictable stories, and I'm here for it. I want more injected into my veins. Please and thank you. Firefly Wedding is available now in print and digital through Viz. So again, a big thank you for Viz and NetGalley for allowing me to read this arc so I could share it with you guys. And thank you all for watching this video. If you have any other manga recommendations or anime recommendations that are just as unhinged and wild as this story sounds, please let me know because I love it. I love it. It's fun. And I think we need more fun while we're watching and consuming these medias, especially in today's time. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet for more manga, anime, manhwas, all things recommendations. And of course, be sure to come back for my next video. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you on that next one. Peace.